Just to look at this, what you're seeing in yellow is away. The bluish turquoisey colour are home games. So it's Arsenal. We know they have Villa this weekend. Manchester United, their next game is going to be Leicester. West Ham taking on Tottenham. But you would probably say, Alan Smith, and if we extend this out throughout the length of the entire season, after Chelsea, Arsenal then have to host Manchester United. Then they've also got West Ham, who are right there in the mix of the top four battle. And Leeds, Newcastle, at St James's, given the form they're in. And then at home to Everton. It's a really, really tough run compared, probably tougher in comparison to the other top four contenders. Am I fair in saying that or not? Alan?
Well, yeah, on paper, but the game isn't played on paper, is it? So it's difficult to anticipate where they're going to get the points and where they aren't. But it is a tough run. Spurs and West Ham appear to have a slightly easier one, but big games produce big performances from good players, and the Arsenal boys will have to show some really top displays in those matches if they are going to finish in fourth, because it's going to be a heck of a race. It really is. I do think it will go till the end. But they've got the talent, Arsenal. They've got the ability. I mean, you saw Arteta there. He's still pumped up. I think he's delighted with it. Obviously disappointed with the result, but he sees so much good from his players. He loves working with an outfit for the whole week, and I think he thought long and hard about making wholesale changes for this one tonight, almost chucking it and concentrating on the Villa game on Saturday. I don't think it would have been the right call. 60,000 fans turn up to see a positive performance, but he's still up, and I'm sure the players will be as well.
Murph, I'm not sure what you're going to think of this question I'm about to ask you, but I'm looking at the fixture list and being in other competitions. Chelsea under Conte won the league when he didn't have European football. He was focusing literally week in, week out on just one match, generally speaking, which was their Premier League encounters. And he seems to operate at his best when it's under those conditions, when he has a full week on the training ground. It's been applicable to most of the clubs that he's been at. Now that Spurs aren't competing in anything but the Premier League, he has time with Spurs. Conversely, we've seen how well Arsenal have done this season without any European football and exiting cup competitions at a relatively early stage, that they did reach the semi-finals against Liverpool of the EFL Cup. We've seen how much of a difference that's made for Mikel Arteta and his players. Not this week, though. They were playing on the weekend, they're playing midweek, and they have to play the weekend again. So it's almost new for them. Do you think that'll have a big say on who gets the top four?
No, not particularly.
So you don't think Antonio Conte having more time with his players will make a difference for Spurs, at least?
Not going to have that much more time than the Arsenal players, is he? They're very, their workload's going to be similar. West Ham, depending how they do on with Seville. I think the players at this stage of the season have got the fitness. I find it always difficult to start looking at fixtures and seeing where the points are going to go, because you automatically assume a team down the bottom, Tottenham or Arsenal are going to beat them when they're fighting for their lives as the season gets to its end point. But I think Tottenham have given themselves a hell of a chance by winning tonight. And also, I don't think Arsenal's fixture list is as bad as you say. The Chelsea game is a little bit of a daunting one because of their quality. But if you ask Mikel Arteta, you're going to play Manchester United at home, who can't really keep clean sheets. Don't look full of confidence at all. They take that. I mean, by winning that game, they're not just gaining 3 points, they're pushing United further away. Then you're only dealing with Tottenham and West Ham. West Ham have probably got too much to do, I think, with the injuries they've got. I think they're looking a little bit tired. So for me, it gives Tottenham and Arsenal a really good chance, the next few weeks, the fixtures they've got. And it's just going to be a case of who can keep their calm, who can play under those pressurised moments, who can manage their squad better, knowing when to bring. So, for example, you look at Arsenal this week. Will he go to Villa and give Pepe a go? Will he bring in Emile Smith-Rowe and freshen it up? These type of decisions are the little details. Can Conte keep playing Son and Kane every week? Yeah, he will do if they're fit, but we know that Kane can get an injury at any time, and that would make a massive difference. So there's going to be some there's going to be some hiccups along the way for both teams. It's going to be fascinating. I think, like Alan said before, the top 4 race is going to be really, really exciting. I think that'll go right to the wire.
Yeah, and it's also just reminding me, I know Arsenal, of course, are currently occupying that 4th spot, and they've got games in hand, at least one over all the teams below them. I think of Leicester the last couple of seasons, not this season, obviously, when they dropped out effectively on the final day. So I already know what Alan's answer is going to be, but I have to ask it anyway. Your prediction, firstly, Smudge, your top 4 come May. I know what you're going to say.
Well, you don't, do you?
What?
Who I'm going to say is going to end up... What, do you want 1 to 4, do you?
Oh, okay, since you put it this way, I want it in order in that case.
Oh, God. I am going to go Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal, maybe I'm talking with my heart more than my head. I don't know. But I'm just hoping the Gunners can scrape in there.
Okay.
You know, Arteta, like Conte and David Moyes, he knows his best 11, really. Moyes likes working with that group of players that he trusts, and Conte does as well. Unchanged team for Arsenal tonight. And given that they haven't got those cup competitions to get in the way, he'll be able to do that, barring any injuries. But that's engineered a great understanding within the Arsenal team. So hopefully that will see him over the line.
And I was right. I knew you were going to say Arsenal. You would always have to back your side. But did you say you have Liverpool first?
Yeah, I think they might nick it. I think they might beat City, courtesy of their some different areas. I know there's nothing to split them, really, is there? But I think because they've come up on the rails, they might just be able to overtake in the final furlong, maybe.
Well, given that City won it last year, if Liverpool were to win it this year, we'll have to see what happens next season. But it's the argument that this is the best rivalry in the Premier League will just have added credence given how these two have dominated over the last couple of seasons. But what about your top 4, Murph? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I've got not through any logic, really. It's just a gut feeling. I've got a feeling Liverpool are going to win it. I just start sensing it. You can feel. Sometimes you get a feel, and I've got a feel. So Liverpool 1, City 2, Chelsea 3. And I've just got, again, when I look at the fixtures and start looking at I would make Arsenal favourites, but I've got a feeling Tottenham might sneak in. And the only reason I think, well, 2 reasons I think Tottenham might sneak in is, one, because Conte has always had success everywhere he's gone, and sometimes managers don't need to be good; they just need to be lucky. And if you're good and lucky, then great. And the other thing is Harry Kane is just hitting the straps at the right time. He just looks so strong and powerful at the moment. So I've got a sneaky feeling Tottenham will edge in for some reason. I don't know why. I hope they do, obviously, being a former Tottenham player. But yeah, it's fascinating. We could be sitting here and Man United could go and do it, which I really hope they don't. But let's wait and see.